Okay, the next video tonight is gonna be a woman says that she learned more about men when she started dating women. All right, and we're gonna watch it. We're gonna break it down, and I'm gonna annotate on this. Now, I'm gonna let this one run a little bit longer because it is a YouTuber, so I can let it run for about 45 seconds, but then I have to clip and commutate. You guys know I cannot just let these videos run, but I've been letting them run longer than normal. All right, let's go ahead and get them likes up. Let's go ahead and get them likes up to 300 real quick. All right, we're gonna break this down. Let's do it.
I came out as bisexual last year, and since then, I have been dating women. And what I found very fascinating is that the more I date women, the more I find myself understanding heterosexual men. Let me explain. Exhibit A. I was on a first date with a girl who asked me out, by the way, this is relevant, because when the check came, she never once made a move to pay. Not even like the fake, let me reach for my purse move. And though I don't mind paying on a date, part of me felt like, the offer would have been nice. I was also a little taken aback that she didn't even say thank you. And I never heard from her again. It really made me feel like she just asked me out so she could have a free dinner. And the moment I thought that, I was like, oh my God, I sound like all of my guy friends right now.
And she is correct. We're going to get back to that. I have to clip it off. She is correct. See, this is why I said, right, when I made the video on how we can get together and change women, I said the first thing that we need to do is actually encourage women to go and date other women so they can get a piece of their own medicine. The quicker women can get a piece of their own medicine, the more they get it out of their mind that they're going to be with a woman. And then they're forced to either try to adapt to being with a man or get used to being lonely, right? And that's what's happening here in this video. Is she's a prime example of what happens when women are dating women. And I told people this before. I have a mother that worked at a clinic, and I'm telling you, majority of these domestic violence are women relationships, women and women. Let's get back to it.
And my argument against why guys should pay for dates has always been like, look, girls take hours to get ready. Our investment is looking really nice for you. Makeup, clothes, that costs money too. But we were both girls in this situation. We both took hours to get ready, so I definitely felt slighted. Exhibit B. On another date, I went back to a girl's house and I ended up making friends with her cat. That's not a pun. I'm talking about her literal, actual animal. And she said, wow, my cat never likes anyone. I better go out and buy a wedding dress.
All right. Okay, what she was doing is she was being sarcastic. All right. One thing about women are never funny. Women are always sarcastic. They're always talking in sarcasm. When you get like 5 or 6 women in the same room, they poke fun at each other with little sarcastic words that only certain girls are going to know. Women are always talking with inside jokes to please themselves. And this is something that a woman would tell you, especially an arrogant woman, especially a narcissist woman. They entertain themselves with outsmarting other people. So understand, the more a woman learns about another person, another man, or even another woman, the more sarcastic she's going to be. Let's get back to it.
And again, I felt like I got some serious perspective. I have been guilty of making these kinds of jokes on dates with men. I never really thought anything of it. I was just being silly. But then when I was on the receiving end of it, I suddenly understood the panic. And finally, Exhibit C. One girl invited me back into her house, and her specific words were, do you want to come in and make out? Obviously, I'm like, yeah, you're really pretty. I want to press my face to yours. But then when we got there, we both just sat on the couch and she talked till like 3 a.m. And I was like, yo, girl, I'm gonna wake up at like 6 a.m. I was told there would be kisses here. There are no kisses. And like, look, I don't want to sound like an asshole. Like, I don't mind talking. I love talking. But she could have said, do you want to come in and just talk? And I would have had totally different expectations for the evening.
See, what you have to understand about this is when it comes to a woman, when it comes to a woman, right? She's going to be a woman no matter what, even when there's a woman there. Women are always seeking men no matter what. In a lot of cases, women can only be with other women when they're intoxicated or whenever they're weak and vulnerable and have been brought down. That typically is the only time that women are actually happy being around each other. Destroying a man or when they are feeling low. Let's get back to it. Big shout outs to Big Siva.
You know, finally I started falling asleep and I was like, hey, I gotta go. And I gave her one kiss and left. And I felt sad that the amount of kisses promised did not equal the amount of kisses delivered. And once again, I felt like a dude who was upset that I did not receive the expected physical kisses I was promised. And I wanted to talk about this because I felt like this has really been expanding my perspective when it comes to dating. I finally understand a lot of the complaints my male friends have about dating that I admit I would usually dismiss. But now I really get it when they say, dating is just so expensive, man.
Sometimes I feel like a girl doesn't even like me for me. She just wants like a boyfriend.
I wish it were more socially expected to go Dutch on the first few dates, but you're...
See, even women with women is still stuck in women's nature. Women be thinking if they go be with another woman that it's going to be more understanding. Hold on. Is this cutting in and out? All right, I'm good now. All right, I'm good now. All right. Like the video was saying, she had a hard time with women because women still continue to play the same game as they did with another woman. But when she started liking a woman, she had the same sensitivity as a man. She had the same approach as a man. She chose to do the same thing as a man. I tell women all the time that are with other women, I'm like, you're doing the same thing as a beta male. You're going to try to buy her. You're going to try to sweep her off her feet. You're going to try to be extra nice to you. And she does the same thing. And that's what women are experiencing, is that women always need to be challenged. Women always need to be directed. People need to understand that. Men need to understand that. The manosphere, you definitely got to understand when woman's nature kicks in, woman's nature is woman's nature, and there's nothing that we can do about it. But take the red pill.